What's going on, everyone? Austin John Please here, and today I'm going to be going over some helpful early game tips that I wish I knew starting the Mega Dimension DLC for Pokemon Legend ZA. In this video, I am going to lay some fat knowledge on your head. I'm not going to be doing some little pitter-patter early BS stuff. First, I'm going to be going over like the stuff that you should be doing before the DLC, and then I'm going to be going into the DLC itself. This is the first time we've had a DLC that's really a continuation of your progress in the main story. Not just a continuation of the story, but like, you should be level 100 going into the Mega Dimension. The very first thing that I'm gonna say is if you did not get your shiny charm yet and you're waiting to do the last of your battles, I have great news. The DLC introduces a lot of additional quests that you can do in order to get additional points that you don't have to do those unnecessary 500 to 800 battles at the end just to get the shiny charm. To circumvent you having to grind all that time in the cafes or doing the infinite royale, you can just play the DLC and get the shiny charm organically. Starting the DLC, you're going to be having a lot more icons showing up on your screen, and if you have not done your side quests, I would highly recommend you going around the map and completing all of the side quests that you already have before starting the Mega Dimension DLC. Is there's like 60, 80 to prevent your screen just being an entire cluttered mess of this little icon right here. Be sure to do your side quests before beginning. I would also recommend doing the Infinite Royale up until you get your 15th Challenger match for the Floette and the Mega Floetteite. You don't have to go out of your way for the Mega Shards for all of the different evolution items that you can get here at the Mega Shard Exchange, because you are going to be getting a lot of Mega Shards in the DLC. As long as you go ahead and, you have the Canary plushes, which definitely recommend getting the Canary plushes before you go ahead and do all this. But yeah, Mega Shards are going to be coming much faster and more organically than you going around and hunting them. If you did already get all of the Mega Stones, don't worry, because there's actually something to spend your Mega Shards on. Right next to Wild Zone 17, there's going to be a new not mentioned vendor, and it's this sleazy guy in an alleyway. Right here is Wild Zone 17, and then this alleyway right here off of Vert Street. Go ahead and talk to him, and you can exchange Mega Shards for the new TMs. I have 798 Mega Shards without trying, and I'm just constantly buying the most expensive thing in here, and then usually if I have the shards, I buy one of the cheaper things in here. And the great news is you can now get feathers much easier than before. Definitely recommend you going ahead and getting yourself the legendary Pokemon Zygarde, Xerneas, Yveltal, Diancie, and Mewtwo. All of them have been pretty helpful except for Diancie. But Xerneas and Mewtwo have been very helpful, and all of your Pokemon should be level 100, because in the DLC you're going up to level 200. Yeah, your Pokemon at level 100, and then you're going to be giving it donuts to boost its level up. When you are in the Mega Dimension, you cannot gain XP. That includes candies. So if you're in a situation that you're in there and you're like, oh, well, this Pokemon who's level 70, I really wish he was level 100 before I do this battle, that's not possible. You're just going to have to choose who you have already. So you may want to have 6, 10, 12, 20 Pokemon that are all level 100 ready to go. Use your candies when you're not yet in the Mega Dimension. Let's talk about actually the DLC mechanics. And the first thing to talk about is donuts. You're going to start by only being able to use 3 berries for your donuts at a time. You're going to go ahead and be able to upgrade that later and later with better and better butter. So I can now use 8 berries with my Hyperspace butter. 8 Chesto berries is still going to be a horrible donut that's not even 1 star. Think of this as just like a quick little do a 1-star place, go in, get your stuff, and get out. Even when you're going to be making really quality donuts, there is still a use for the really, really low tier 1-star and 2-star donuts. There are 5 flavor profiles down there in the bottom right, and I'm still in the middle of going through and coming up with the exact information and everything else, but here's a general concept. The spicy ones are going to be for attack up, speed up, move type up, things like that, so your offense. Sour is going to be for your item conservation, so for you to get better items from the ground and from the Pokeballs that you're going to be finding. Also, your Mega Charge Power and Mega Power Conservation, which is the rate at which calories are consumed. So maybe for some longer battles, having sour donuts are going to be helpful. Fresh is going to be for encountering a specific type of Pokemon and catching a specific type of Pokemon. Bitter is also not very helpful. It's going to be mostly for resistance to resisting specific types and bolstering your defenses. And then sweet is going to be where it's at, man. It really is. The same way that the sweet flavor profile was highly sought after in Scarlet and Violet, it's here as well. This is going to be increasing your rates of finding teeny Pokemon, meaning the extra small, humongo Pokemon, meaning the extra large, alpha Pokemon, and sparkling Pokemon, which increases the rate that shiny Pokemon are going to be showing up of a specific type. Now, I do have some theories and some ideas on how to go ahead and just spam and get the best specific donuts for hunting specific Pokemon, but before I just like blurt out that video and don't have like the exact specifics, I'm gonna hold off on that a little bit. On your map, if you hit minus, you can just toggle everything that's not the dimensions on and off. And you're gonna see I still have some 1-star ones showing up. This has a Vivian pattern that I don't have yet, and it has Wimpod. So over here I have a 1-star, which is regular Yamask. I've still yet to find the Galarian Yamask. Here at 2-star, we have Charcadets. Just because you see those 3 Pokemon does not mean that's the only 3 Pokemon that are gonna be showing up. That's just giving you an example of the Pokemon that you're going to be finding. Like this one has Toxel over here. Once we get into the 3 stars, this one has Tinkaton and Tinkatuff. I need to go ahead and get those. This 4-star one has Craballer and Crabominable, so I definitely have to go that, but you're seeing like 4-star level 170. You are going to be catching these Pokemon. Oh, here's Capsakid. I've been looking for him. You are going to be catching these Pokemon at their original low level, but when you encounter them, they're going to be at their high level. The only way to upgrade your butter and make better donuts is for you to actually follow the storyline. So I would definitely recommend prioritizing doing the storyline. Even when you're at a higher star rating, there is still a use for these 1-star dimensions. I could come in here and grab 6 Oran Berries, or however many that was, just for the most basic 1-star dish possible, which, you know, it's going to be this very simple donut. Sometimes I'll say dish when I mean donut, you know what I mean. And it being rainbow on top means that I pretty much just get like a random result. No matter how many of these Pesha berries I have, it's still never going to be 1-star, so I might as well make it a 3-berry donut. This portal is literally right next to a fast travel point. It took me no effort at all to actually get here. I know that the Pokemon who are going to be here are not threatening at all, and I have 3 minutes to be in here. I highly recommend you get yourself a dedicated Pokemon who's going to be able to knock stuff out very easily. Especially if you look at the top right, we have a mission for destroy floating Pokeballs. There are Pokeballs that are floating all over. We will talk about that in a minute when I see one. This is a pattern of Vivian that's only going to be available here in the Mega Dimension. So go ahead and catch that. You know, kind of like how the one that you got in the museum is exclusive. Hope you didn't release that. We're going to be finding these Gimmighoul coins on the ground. Used to evolve Gimmighoul, you need 999. There is a side quest that gives you a Gimmighoul, and they also give you like a nice starter, like 400 coins or something. Great, found a floating Pokeball. Oh, it's pretty high up there. Okay, so how do we get up? There's some scaffolding. The scaffolding is not complete here in the Mega Dimension usually, so it's usually a very poor way to get up. Our best bet is to find Holovators. And now let's go ahead and destroy this ball. And we got a Hyper Rustberry and a Hyper Chesto Berry. So we spent 3 crappy berries to get 2 amazing berries. Even when you have access to the later dimensions, these early ones are still going to be helpful for your better berries. Let's go ahead and get this big ball. Thank you. 2 Hyper berries, very nice. We came here and we got 4 really good berries and it costed us 3 really bad berries. That is a net positive, and it was less than 2 minutes of us being in there. Oh, this is what I'm looking for, the ones that say a small hyperspace zone. These are the ones that are really, really tiny. It's just like a few Pokemon spawns. You could run around, you could get all of the items super fast. Coming in here with our really garbage 1-star one, that gives me 5 minutes. Oh, and we get a sewers. The sewers are even faster. Oh, those Charcadet are not spawning properly. Cool. That's fine. Oh, they can just walk through. That's neat. That's our second ball. Here's our third ball. I need to catch ghost Pokemon. And 5 wild Pokemon. Great. I caught ghost Pokemon and I caught wild Pokemon. Let's just backstrike these Charcadets. That big Pokeball, what are we gonna get? Hyper Oran Berry and a Hyper Hondu Berry. And here's our 5th one. I've yet to find a pattern in what— oh, it was a fake wall the whole time. That's the reason the Charcadet were walking through it. We could still go around and get more Pokeballs. That's gonna get us more possible berries. Also large and extra large candies, just handing them out like, well, like candy. Typically, if we fast travel back to the entrance, we're gonna find the gold Pokeball pretty easily. No? Is it in one of the dead ends? Yeah, there it is. Great. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 special berries from that. So this one was what, 5 or 6 plain berries, and we got 5 great berries from it. And I still have like 300 calories remaining. So if I wanted to, I could try to shiny hunt these Pokemon by running away and running closer, which unfortunately is not nearly as effective as it is when you have unlimited time. So what some people are choosing to do is the spawn camping method. So as soon as you go in, find some Pokemon, knock them all out, put down your hard save, figure out how long it takes them to respawn, and right before they respawn is when you just keep reloading the game and you're going to be able to, you know, have your reroll of Pokemon then. And if you're really desperate for a day 1 shiny, day 2 shiny, etc., you can do that. But we are actively working at better hunting methods. So if you're a little bit patient, you're going to have much better time. Oh, this was a fake wall too. Okay, let's go after this 3-star for this Tinkaton. Quick little pro tip, I already ran all the numbers. If you did a living form dex of the base Pokedex, that's going to be an entire row plus 2 boxes. And if you're going to be doing a living dex for all of the DLC, that's going to be 6 additional boxes. So you're going to be having yourselves half of your entire PC being if you want to do a living form dex, which seems like a lot. Then again, we do have a lot of Pokemon in here that are like, you know, multiple types. And then you probably also have boxes upon boxes of extra shiny Pokemon that you're hoarding for some reason. Just to show you the difference between that and this, if I go ahead and use my worst 3-star donut, that's going to give me almost 7 minutes and put me on level with all of them. This is also alpha power level 3. So there's going to be a lot of alpha Pokemon in here, which is fine because I definitely want myself an alpha Tinkaton because who doesn't? We need to catch 1 alpha Pokemon, destroy floating Pokeballs, and catch 3 species of Pokemon. If you have a task that says catch an alpha Pokemon, that means that is going to guarantee that there is an alpha Pokemon for you in this wormhole. I should also note that there is a very rare chance that you're going to be getting a quest for catch a shiny Pokemon, in which there's going to be a guaranteed shiny Pokemon somewhere on the map. Actually, if I could back shot this this Aron here, that should be nice easy catch. Oh, it wasn't a back shot. We still got it though. There we go. Beautiful. That's 1 species out of the way, and that's an alpha out of the way. Lucario, do me a favor, magically jump up in the air and get that. Kobe. There you go, thanks. Oh, wow. 3 out of these 4 in the spawner were an alpha, so that's pretty great. Oh, wow. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 alpha Skarmory. That is a difficult thing. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna need all these alphas. Nice. Nice. Beautiful. Sometimes it's worth it to take the little extra time, approach the situation calmly and stealthily, You could also use these barricades as cover, which for some reason provide you cover and you can still target Pokemon. Can I get the Take a Tough over here? Please? Nope, that's fine. We know how to catch things. GG. Great, that's all the species that we need. Now all that's left is Pokeballs. I mean, I might as well try to catch these too while I'm here. Boom. Pro gamer strats. Go ahead, extreme speed that. Nope, bullet punch it. That's what I meant. I also really like Zygarde's 1,000 arrows because it will just always hit. I don't know what is targeting me, but somehow it is still hitting me. I thought I was far enough away. Oh, it's Earth Power. Earth Power is always the death of you. But yeah, Zygarde can 1,000 arrows just automatically hits it through obstacles and everything, so big fan of that. I'm not going to be winning this combat. If I go ahead, I Mega my Charizard, and I overheat the Skarmory, how much damage are we gonna do? Oh, he's already dead. I'm already dead. Yeah. Okay, what else? What else? Oh, there is a side quest in the game right here in Blue Sector 9 where you fought the Mega Starmie. It's a NPC who wants to give tips and tricks to new adventurers in Lumiose City, who then gives you a quiz on what you know about Shining Power, Max Level Pokemon, and Gold Pokeballs, and he snaps all the time. Wonder what the inspiration was for that. There are lots of side quests, including the side quest for the Rotom catalog. That's how you change all of Rotom's forms. It's just next to the Quasarticle building. I think it's just north of it on the rooftop. This side quest that you're doing Supermarket Simulator, make a Google Sheet or get a notepad and a piece of paper because you're gonna have to do a lot of math. Or just for the very, very big one at the end, it's the bottommost option. Yeah, this is the guy. He likes to snap and he gives you tips and tricks. So there you go. That's the guy. His name is Avice. There's also going to be some portals on the map that say side mission. The side missions can be things like doubles battles versus people that, you know, you encounter regularly. And whenever you do one of these doubles battles, some of them are actually going to be giving you unique clothing to that character. So from doing this battle with Kanari and his grandpa, I actually got the Kanari outfit. So if I go to all-in-one, you'll see that I have the tracksuit, which looks some sort of way on a guy. I have Ivor's gi, which, you know, you get the full tattooed arm. Actually, not really against it. I just noticed that I also inherit his muscles, so is that just a muscle suit? I kind of like the outfit, not gonna lie. And I have Hyacinth's dress, so there's that. There's an early side mission for the Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y. Mine got stuck in a wall, and I got it out of the wall by just remaining really, really close, and then he somehow Z-targeted me and was able to come on out. Yeah, there you go. At some point, you're gonna have to fight Sushi. Here was the first shiny I found in Hyperspace. They just kind of like hang out and appear, so maybe some of the Pokemon that were much more difficult for you to actually hunt in the base game, like Helioptile, great example, you're just gonna find here. Also, there's the fossils in the wild, so if you didn't do the fossil hunts, don't worry about it. You can find the fossils in the wild here. And there you go. That's all the early tips that I have for the Mega Dimension. I'm really enjoying it so far, and I know that there's so much more research for me to do on specifically how the donuts work. I'm really looking forward to these donuts. Oh, and of course, you know, how to shiny hunt a fish. So if you're interested for that information, be sure to be subscribed. Just check the button down below. Maybe YouTube unsubscribe me. If you're this far in the video, you should be subscribed, right? Great. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, Austin Chan out.
Man, they see me shining like I got the charm. Stay strapped, got that jet ball in my palm. Fell from the sky, guess I'm the chosen one. And if you need to know how, check out Austin John. Champion flow, flow. Yeah, I got that champion flow, flow. Yeah.